Ever imagine a town where giving back isn't just some slogan, but like woven into the very fabric of daily life?
Mm.
Well, get ready to dive deep because today we're exploring the heart of Los Alamos
Yeah.
and the incredible ecosystem of nonprofits that make it tick.
It's really striking how this town, famous for its scientific legacy,
Right.
is also a hotbed for like over 120 active nonprofits.
Wow.
It's like compassion and community spirit are like part of the scientific equation here.
It's true. I mean, looking at this list from the Los Alamos Community Foundation, it's clear they cover everything from, the arts and social services to environmental causes. You wouldn't think a place known for groundbreaking research would also be this invested in community well-being.
It's fascinating, right, how this community recognizes that a thriving society needs more than just scientific breakthroughs.
Right.
The articles we're exploring today really showcase the tangible impact these organizations have, on the very fabric of life in Los Alamos.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's zoom in on a couple of examples that really grab my attention.
Sure.
First up, we've got Los Alamos Search and Rescue, or LASSAR.
Oh, yeah.
They actually received a donation for some much-needed communication equipment through this initiative called 100 Men Who Care. Talk about boots-on-the-ground impact.
Exactly. And it highlights the power of collective giving at a local level, right?
Right.
These folks pool resources and choose a cause to support. And in this case, LASSAR was able to acquire vital equipment like Starlink.
Oh, wow.
Think about it. If you're ever lost or injured in the vast wilderness surrounding Los Alamos, knowing that LASSAR has cutting-edge communication tech to coordinate rescue efforts is a huge comfort.
That's huge. I mean, that kind of peace of mind is priceless. But it's not just about emergency services.
Yeah.
These nonprofits are tackling all sorts of needs. We've got LA Cares, which runs the Los Alamos Food Pantry.
Oh, really?
They do bi-weekly food distributions,
Wow.
ensuring no one in the community goes hungry. It's a stark reminder that food insecurity exists everywhere, even in a place like Los Alamos. And these folks are stepping up to address it head on.
It's a vital safety net for sure. And what's interesting is this bi-weekly model.
Right.
It's a more frequent approach than many food banks take, suggesting a deeper understanding of the needs of the community.
Yeah, for sure. And while LA Cares addresses essential needs, you've also got organizations like the Los Alamos Arts Council, which are all about bringing folks together through creative experiences. Kite festivals, pumpkin glows, summer art camps. It's about fostering that shared sense of community through the arts.
And then you have Dance Arts Los Alamos.
Yeah.
DLA putting their own spin on a classic like the Nutcracker Ballet. They weave in elements of Los Alamos history and involve generations of families in the production. It's almost like they're saying, we're going to take this timeless art form and make it uniquely ours, reflecting the spirit of Los Alamos.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It's not just about putting on a show. It's about reflecting the unique identity of the town. But let's get real. None of this would be possible without a solid culture of philanthropy. These articles keep mentioning the Los Alamos Community Foundation, or LACF.
Right.
They seem to be a major player in keeping this whole nonprofit ecosystem thriving.
Absolutely. The LACF acts as a central hub, right? They manage what are called endowment funds. Think of them as long-term investment accounts where the earnings are used to support nonprofits year after year.
Right.
And they distribute grants to organizations like the Los Alamos Symphony Orchestra, the Pajarito Environmental Education Center, and even self-help.
So they're like the backbone of the whole system. And then you've got groups like 100 Women Who Care and 100 Men Who Care.
Oh, right.
Which take a more grassroots approach to philanthropy. We saw how self-help received a huge boost from 100 Women Who Care to replenish their emergency fund for folks facing dire situations. It's like a micro version of what the LACF does, but with a very direct and immediate impact.
It's amazing how these giving circles empower individuals to make a collective difference.
Right.
But we can't forget the elephant in the room, Los Alamos National Laboratory, or LAN.
Right.
They're not just about scientific breakthroughs. They're a philanthropic force to be reckoned with.
They are. They're not just churning out world-changing research.
Right.
They're actively investing in the well-being of the community.
LANL contributes millions annually to support STEM education, boost economic diversity, and fund all sorts of community initiatives.
Right.
Their influence goes way beyond the lab itself.
And I was floored by their holiday giving campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Over $2 million donated to nonprofits,
Wow.
plus scholarships, and thousands of toys for children. That's a whole different level of commitment.
It really showcases their values. But it's not just about the money, right?
Right.
LANL employees are also out there volunteering their time.
Yeah.
For initiatives like the Food Depot, which collects and distributes food across several counties in New Mexico.
Wow.
It's a beautiful example of how an institution can walk the walk when it comes to community engagement.
It's like everyone in Los Alamos is stepping up to the plate in their own way.
Yeah.
From individuals to grassroots groups to major institutions.
It truly reflects the understanding that a healthy community requires shared responsibility and a genuine willingness to contribute.
Right.
And speaking of contributing, one story that really resonated with me was that of Shop on the Corner.
Oh, yeah.
This volunteer-run thrift store is like the embodiment of sustainability meets generosity.
They are. They sell affordable secondhand goods
Right.
and then turn around and donate almost all the proceeds to nonprofits in northern New Mexico.
Here's the kicker. They're on track to donate over $100,000 this year alone.
Wow.
It's a testament to the idea that even a simple concept executed with passion and dedication can have a ripple effect.
They're literally transforming pre-loved items into tangible support
Yeah.
for those in need, all while promoting reuse and reducing waste. Talk about a win-win-win.
Speaking of wins, we've talked about how these nonprofits tackle a range of issues and rely on diverse funding sources.
Right.
But how did they actually show up in the community in 2024?
Right.
What were some of the highlights that stood out to you?
Well, one that immediately springs to mind is Science Fest.
Oh, yeah.
It perfectly captures how Los Alamos intertwines its scientific legacy with a vibrant arts and culture scene.
Yeah.
I mean, the theme for 2024 was creative energy.
Oh, cool.
And they had events like Discovery Day with interactive science demonstrations for all ages.
Right.
And then Discovery After Dark, which was geared towards adults, with a science-inspired murder mystery and augmented reality exhibits.
Wow.
It's like they managed to bridge the gap between education, entertainment, and community engagement all in one go.
And who could forget the Friday night concert featuring the Led Zeppelin tribute band, Led Zepp again.
Oh, yeah.
They really know how to bring the energy.
Nice.
But jokes aside, it goes to show that learning doesn't have to be dry and boring.
Right.
It can be fun, engaging, and even rock and roll.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you have the Giving Tuesday campaign, which was spearheaded by the LACF
Right.
and utilized their online platform, Los Alamos Gives. It's a brilliant way to streamline the donation process and emphasize the collective spirit of giving.
It's like a one-stop shop for folks to browse and donate to their favorite causes,
Right?
all while feeling like they're part of a larger community effort.
Exactly. Looking back at all these highlights,
Yeah.
it paints a picture of a community that understands its identity and uses it to fuel these incredible efforts.
Yeah.
What do you think is driving this synergy between science and compassion in Los Alamos?
You know, these articles primarily focus on the financial side of giving the dollars and cents. But what about the contributions that are harder to measure?
Right.
The ones that don't have a price tag?
Yeah.
What about the volunteers who dedicate their time and skills?
Right.
The mentors who guide and inspire young people?
Yeah.
The families who participate in events and spread the word? Those are the unsung heroes of this story.
You're so right. We're getting a snapshot of the financial impact, but it's like we're missing a whole layer of the story.
Right.
It's the human element that truly brings this ecosystem to life. Imagine volunteering at the food pantry, mentoring a young scientist,
Right.
or even just sharing information about a local arts event. Those actions may not have a dollar amount attached,
Yeah.
but they create this web of support that strengthens the entire community.
It's about so much more than just money. It's about people investing their time, energy, and passion
Right.
to make Los Alamos a better place.
It really seems like that's the secret sauce of Los Alamos. This beautiful blend of scientific brilliance and heartfelt community engagement. It's like they've cracked the code on creating a place
Yeah.
where giving back is simply a way of life.
It really does, doesn't it? And, it doesn't always have to be grand gestures and big donations. Even small acts of kindness can create a ripple effect.
You're so right. The executive director of the Los Alamos Community Foundation, Liz Martineau, had a great piece in the Los Alamos Daily Post about this very idea.
Right.
Giving a family affair.
Oh, yes. I remember that.
Yeah.
She suggested browsing the Los Alamos Gives website as a family, talking about the various nonprofits and deciding together which ones to support.
Oh, that's great.
What a brilliant way to introduce the concept of philanthropy to kids at a young age.
It totally is. It opens up this incredible dialogue about values. Like, what kind of world do we want to live in?
Right.
What issues matter most to us?
Exactly.
How can we, as a family, make a difference? And Martineau also offered some really creative and low-cost ways to give back.
Like donating used books to those adorable little free libraries or to the Friends of the Library, or even something as simple as saving seeds for the seed library.
Yeah, those are fantastic examples.
Yeah.
It really highlights how giving back can be woven into everyday life. Even small things like shoveling a neighbor's walk, picking up trash in your neighborhood, or leaving a kind note for someone can go a long way.
It's about fostering a culture of caring, of looking out for each other. Those seemingly small acts of kindness add up to create a more connected community.
It's like that saying, be the change you wish to see in the world.
Yeah.
And Los Alamos seems to be a living testament to that philosophy. It makes you wonder, what is it about this place that cultivates such a strong spirit of giving?
That's a fascinating question. It could be the town's history. Founded as a secret city during World War II, Los Alamos has always had this inherent sense of community and shared purpose. The Manhattan Project brought together some of the brightest minds in the world, and they had to rely on each other to achieve this incredibly complex and important goal.
Wow.
That shared experience may have laid the groundwork for the collaborative spirit we see today.
It's like their past forged these deep bonds of community that continue to influence the present. And even though the town has evolved significantly since then, that sense of interconnectedness seems to have endured.
It's definitely a unique origin story.
It is.
And let's not forget the stunning natural beauty that surrounds Los Alamos.
Oh, yeah.
Mesas, canyons, forests. It's easy to see how that kind of environment would foster a deep appreciation for nature, which likely fuels the passion behind many local conservation groups.
Yeah, it's like the landscape itself inspires a sense of stewardship and a desire to protect it. And of course, we can't ignore the influence of Los Alamos National Laboratory.
Of course not.
It attracts a highly educated workforce, many of whom seem passionate about giving back to the community.
That's a great point. LANL acts as a catalyst for so many positive initiatives, not only through direct financial contributions, but also through the volunteer efforts of its employees. It's a prime example of how institutions can play a significant role in shaping the character of a town.
So it seems like this perfect storm of factors.
Yeah.
A unique history,
Right.
a breathtaking natural environment, and the presence of a forward-thinking institution like LANL
Right.
has created fertile ground for nonprofits to thrive in Los Alamos.
And the impact is undeniable, right?
It is.
These organizations are enhancing the quality of life for residents, addressing critical needs, and fostering a vibrant and connected community. But as we've discussed, supporting these efforts isn't just about writing a check.
Right.
It's about active participation, volunteering your time, sharing your skills, and amplifying their message.
It's about being an engaged citizen and contributing to the well-being of your community in whatever way you can.
Yeah.
And I think that circles back to Liz Martineau's call to action. Make giving a family affair. Talk to your kids about philanthropy, explore the Los Alamos Gives website together, and find a cause that resonates with your family values.
Exactly. Because even small actions, multiplied across the community, can create a wave of positive change. It's about recognizing that we all have a role to play in shaping the world we want to live in.
And speaking of shaping the world, there's one more detail about LANL that really stood out to me.
Yeah.
The way they're opening up their beautiful hiking trails to the public.
Oh, wow.
I was checking out their interactive map, and it's fantastic. They've got over 35 miles of trails on laboratory property. that are now accessible to anyone who wants to explore them.
That's a wonderful example of LANL being a good neighbor.
Right.
And recognizing that its role extends beyond science and security. It's about being a responsible steward of the land and sharing that incredible resource with the community.
And it also speaks to the rich history of the area.
Right.
The article mentioned that the land where LNL sits has been inhabited for centuries, from Pueblo societies to Hispanic homesteaders.
It's amazing to think about all the layers of history embedded in that landscape.
It is.
And now, thanks to LANL's efforts, people can connect with that history while enjoying the incredible natural beauty.
It's a beautiful reminder that the past and present are always intertwined.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
We've seen the incredible diversity of nonprofits in Los Alamos, the impact they have on the community, the various ways people contribute, and the unique role of institutions like LNL. But ultimately, it all boils down to this.
Right.
People coming together to make a difference. And it seems like that's something Los Alamos does exceptionally well.
Absolutely. It's a testament to the spirit of this unique town.
Yeah.
A place where scientific innovation and a deep-rooted love for community go hand in hand. But the question is, what can we learn from Los Alamos? What can we as individuals take away from this story and apply to our own lives and communities?
That's the real challenge, isn't it? How can we each embrace that spirit of giving, of active participation, and translate it into meaningful action?
It's about looking around our own communities and asking ourselves, what are the needs?
Right.
What are the strengths?
Yeah.
How can I contribute?
Maybe there's a local food bank that's short on volunteers.
Right.
Or an arts organization struggling to stay afloat. Or even just a neighborhood park that needs some love and attention.
Yeah.
Find a cause that speaks to you, something that ignites your passion, and get involved. Because remember, even seemingly small actions, when multiplied across a community, can create a wave of positive change.
Exactly.
It's about recognizing that we all have a role to play in shaping the world we want to live in.
A shining example of what can happen when people come together to make a difference.
Yeah. It really is inspiring to see a community embrace that giving spirit so fully.
It is.
But, you're right. The challenge is how to take all these lessons and apply them to our own lives and communities.
Exactly.
It's about finding those opportunities to make a difference, whether it's through, time or talent or treasure.
Absolutely. And it doesn't have to be a huge commitment right out of the gate.
Right.
Start small, find what resonates with you, and build from there.
What are the issues that matter most to you? Where can you lend your skills or your passion?
Maybe it's volunteering at a local animal shelter,
Yeah.
mentoring a young entrepreneur, or simply advocating for a cause you believe in. Every act of giving, no matter how small, contributes to a larger ripple effect.
And you never know who you might inspire along the way.
Right.
Your actions could spark a chain reaction, motivating others to get involved and make a difference as well.
It's like that saying, be the change you wish to see in the world.
Yeah.
We've seen how that philosophy has shaped Los Alamos into a truly remarkable community.
It's a testament to the power of collective action,
Right.
of people coming together to create a brighter future. And that's a message that resonates far beyond the borders of any one town.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the heart of Los Alamos, we want to leave you with this final thought. Each one of us has the potential to be a catalyst for change.
Don't underestimate the power of your own actions, your own voice,
Right.
your own commitment to making the world a better place.
Embrace that spirit of giving. Find your own unique way to contribute.
Yeah.
And let's create a wave of positive change that reaches every corner of the globe.
Until next time, keep diving deep, keep exploring, and keep believing in the power of community.